Welcome to the deepest, darkest archives. Peruse through heroic tales of adventure. Follow the fierce sound of a small battle. And the tunes of a two-person jazz band. All this and more in the first chapter of the Dungeon Chronicles.
Your energy came back, Kenneth.
What do you mean? My energy's been here, man. What are you talking about?
Well, that's good. Let's bring it in the intro. My name is Braxton. I am the DM of the Dungeon Chronicles. I would love to introduce you all to my players. What's the order? Do you all remember?
Yeah,
It's Ryan first.
Oh, Kenneth.
just did me.
It should have been a test for him.
All right.
Whenever he asks a leading question like that, it's because he has no idea what's coming next.
That's
you're
very
not
true.
wrong.
I escaped that free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go. Introduce.
Well, pass it. You gotta pass it to me again.
Now pass it to my player. My first matey. He was with me when I was nothing. Ryan.
What's up, guys?
Nothing.
I am Ryan. I play Ormano, the cleric ass MR. Emphasis on the ass. And I'm excited for today. It's been a while since we played, so let's get into it.
It has been.
Passing over to Jamie over here.
Hey guys, it's me. Again, I'm back to play Zerda, who I believe is currently being choked the fuck out.
Yeah, throttled.
Yeah. In
Not
bed.
that I won't say that she's that upset about it. Passing it over to Kenneth.
God, the energy that you bring to your introductions. Hello, my name is Kenneth. I play Salty, the half-orc pugilist. And I'm going to volleyball spike it to our DM, Braxton.
Oh, damn. Hopefully you do that to the monster, too, so that nobody dies. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
So it's been a long while, and the suggestion was made, just like the D&D spell from Ryan, to do a little recap for, like, kind of the
Fucking
whole thing. We gotta be fun here. I haven't had coffee today, but it might seem like I have. Hopefully it doesn't decline. So overall, on this grand adventure, there was a missive sent out by the queen of, I guess, this location that they're in. So on
He
this, I guess at this location they're in, Aeterna, as well as the country that they are from, not the world, the country in specific. On it, basically, she said, hey, look, this plague, terrible thing that's happened right now that's turning people into like monstrous chimera amalgamations of stuff and making the world go crazy as well. I want to figure it out and solve it. We got the smartest minds and the best tools up here. If you can eat your way on through the event horizon, this crazy point, which is kind of like ground zero for this event, that'd be great. Maybe I'd give you a wish of some sort. Maybe you want money, maybe you want fame, or I don't know, something else. I can do it probably, but she said it a lot more somber because it's sad. So her king might have even been one of the things that caused all of this, her husband, and he's nowhere to be found off on his fancy island doing whatever the hell. I don't know. She's holding down the fort. She's badass, I think. Haven't met her yet, but that's where we're trying to meet. On the way up, you guys got on an onion, fought some skeleton spiders, some people with tattoos that link their minds together. It was cool. You met Tintin, a lovely little dwarven little woman who escaped from her homeland, took one of their fancy, most valuable artifacts. It's casual, no big deal. You hooked up with her in the onion, and then you went on forward. That's not what I meant. Going
Disgusting,
forward.
Kenneth. Kenneth, she's literally 13.
She's pretty much
Come on, Kenneth.
which is super young.
Oh, all right. What happens in the onion stays in the onion.
Kenneth!
Moving forward a bit more, you guys get to way more puns. There's a lot of these at this place. You jump in, you meet a couple of people. Bardish, who is kind of like a mantis human dude that is good at cutting things, and he kind of has a country accent. He's got a tune that plays every time he comes in, and people don't like him that much. You meet several other people there as well, and get told to go over to this forest where you meet kind of this trapped hydra, this druid who has a rod that can control this lightning that turns people into chimeras, apparently. It was a whole thing. Also, pet basilisk. Well, that's fun. Moving forward from there, events lead them from the forest, which is now not a forest, is a swamp, back to Waymore. They meet the Major, who is
A major asshole.
Major, she's kind of an asshole right now. You heard how she was fun, likes puns, etc. She comes in and she's like, fight me or else you can't go to the place because I'm the one who takes people to the place.
To
so
be
you
fair,
fight her,
she
people
didn't say any of
die.
that. She just started fighting us.
That's very true.
To be
That
fair.
is eventually what it turned into.
To be fair.
Eventually. Ormano killed somebody, had an emo breakdown because, stuff was going on.
We've all been there.
It happens.
all been there.
It happens.
And then, to try to deflate the situation, a dinner was suggested. And James, who they met way back when they first came into Waymore, one half of a tiefling relationship of the inn, the Mosion Inn in particular, likes to take things to the next level. He's throwing a cool ball. That's scheduled. A pirate fight happens. A cloak shows up, and they're back here. They go shopping for a bit. And now Zerda, our lovely little goblin friend, is being toy crane yoinked up from the bed because she was looking at the artifact book that Tintin had, and her friend Rock from the same place, who got exiled prior to her, have been holding. It was there by itself. We don't know what's going on. We don't know why they're there. We got a dinner. They're gonna be late. The fuck? Roll for initiative.
Why did we come here? I don't remember.
Oh shit!
We came here looking for him, man. We were
We
like,
came
hey.
here to find Rock and Tintin. Yeah, we were gonna talk to them, and we didn't find them, so we went in, and we were like, it's weird that the door is unlocked.
Rolling hot. Let's go. I'm ready to fucking roll.
I did better in
boys.
that intro than I thought I would. That was fun.
That was a good intro, man. That was a solid
fun.
intro.
There's definitely some
8 out of
stuff left
10.
out of there, so if you haven't seen it,
Go check it out.
go check them out. Dark Champion. Just kidding. Let me jump into a combat encounter. Should be this one. Run encounter. Zerda, what'd you get?
I rolled. Okay, I got a 21.
Ooh.
Not yours,
First
joke, it's
roll of the
reference.
night.
Nice.
I'm gonna use this die all night. It's a really pretty blue one that I got.
That's a
from
big dice.
Something. It's
Yeah.
I have 2 of them. It's got the D&D logo on
So
it.
you got 2 big dice. Romano.
6.
Oh, that's not as good. It's okay. Cleric going up in the end is fine. It's strategically advantageous.
True.
You heal
Yeah,
things.
that's what I went for. That's what I did.
Salty.
17.
That's pretty good too. What do these things roll?
I don't know.
Auto roll.
Things.
Things.
Multiple. What? Oh,
I
fuck.
need to stop doing that.
And correct me if I'm wrong. We're all like in a small room.
Yeah, so it's about I would say like a 10 by 15 space here.
Okay.
So make it simple since you all don't have a visual at the moment. So first up in the initiative is actually Zerda,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
who right
So-
now, if you guys don't remember, she decided to cast Detect Magic and jump on the bed at the same time. So immediately she felt a magical presence right above her, which promptly yoink.
And she doesn't
grabbed her.
detect any others. Just that
She
one.
doesn't detect any others at the moment. No.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do? You're currently, I believe the term for this, let me look at the monster. So you're currently grappled.
Okay.
Better
So
than
I'm
restrained?
grappled. And it's just me on Tintin's bed with this book and this thing grabbing me.
So if I'm incorrect, the grapple rule, she can try to get out.
Yes,
Using
I
your
can.
action.
Yeah.
The thing is
Or you can just whack it.
that what she would think to do? What is this house made of wood or is it made of
Well,
all
no,
that
actually, it's
copper?
made of copper.
Okay.
You're
that
right.
might be worse, actually. Never
Yeah,
mind.
you turn
I
it
was
into an oven.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
gonna set things on fire, but that actually. Well, hold on.
What you think? It's okay. That's
You're
what
in a fun.
turn-based games are for. To think and ruminate and understand and
The
piss
thing
your other
is,
players
she's
off. Just
dumb
kidding.
as fuck. So
But
I don't think
she's
she
got her
would
moments.
understand that this is a bad idea. So,
The drop. Dun.
let me see. I didn't have my weapon out, so she wouldn't do that. I think she'd probably just start struggling in bonus action cast Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
On yourself?
Yes, on myself.
Hell yeah.
+2 to AC for the duration. I'm now concentrating. And she's just gonna try to like wiggle out, I guess.
So use your action of strength. Get out of it.
Yeah.
Let's. Oh, I had a little burp
You
coming.
alright?
I just put it down. Let's do a strength contest.
Ooh, she rolled pretty good.
They're just strong, man.
What'd you get?
19.
How would you like to free yourself?
She does that thing where like her ears and arms go straight up and she just slips out.
It's like coming out of a shirt.
Yeah.
She is small. Makes sense.
She is small, yeah. All right,
small.
so you find with the fingers here, they're large and bony, and you slot your arms into some of the larger crevices between the joints, and you fall through. You plop on the ground. Any movement you would like to do or anything?
Would I be able to grab the book and roll under the bed?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
That's what she'd do.
Okay.
There's monsters under the bed.
Roll and tumble under the bed. Okay. So next up, nothing happens with that. Salty. Your turn.
Oh, good. I love hearing that. What am I looking at here? So is it just hands,
You
or
have
are
dark
there?
vision. Is it just jazz hands? For the
like
thing that they
hands?
invited. So you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
I would consider it dark in here because there's not a window and it's just it's getting to be evening-ish. So right now you currently see in grayscale Zerda rolling under the bed, and there's just this slight shape of things hanging from the ceiling. You would assume the claws that were just holding onto your friend. Or Mono, I would assume, is somewhere around you of his decision because I don't want to decide that for him. You guys just walked
We
into
were
the
both
room.
in there. Yeah.
So you're probably about 10 feet away from Zerda under the bed.
Oh, I'm gonna throw a spear at this fucking thing.
Okay, you can see the hand, so I will not impose disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll throw my trident at it. That's a nat 20. Let's go.
Again? All right, roll me some damage.
Yeah, that's gonna be 3d8 because I have savage attacks as a half orc.
Whoa.
That is one of the best races, dude, I swear.
It's good for martials, man. It's good for hitting things. Let me just get out my freaking dice here like an amateur. Don't have my dice out. All right. Hear that jingle. Hear that audio jingle.
Jingle,
Sometimes you can have your
jingle.
dice out and it still takes you like 2 hours to look through all of them.
I know. 14
Literally,
damage.
my dice bag sits in my lap.
Dude, I haven't played this song yet. Whoa.
Yeah, 14 damage as I throw the trident at the biggest hand I can see.
All right, 14 damage as it pierces through the hand and slides outside the other end. 14 damage.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run up and try and just grab one of its hands that I can see and just casually try and I'm making an unarmed strike, but I'm gonna flavor it as like breaking a part of its hand. As a bonus action.
Nice.
All right, roll to do
right.
that.
Roll to
Oh, I
do
thought that was another nat 20. That was not. That's a 16.
16 to hit.
Yes.
That will do it.
Ooh, I thought you were about to say that doesn't do it.
It does.
Rolled a 1 on damage, that's 5 bludgeoning damage. Or breaking bone damage, whatever you want to rule that as.
All right. So I guess you group onto one of the large fingers and just kind of twist it to the side.
Oh, it's like
And-
breaking a carrot.
Let's see. Okay.
What?
It doesn't. There is no vocal response of pain from this. Just kind of
So
like
I just
pulling it
hear
up,
this
pulling its arm.
crack, and I don't
Yes.
hear anything else. I'm like, oh, that's disturbing. Spear just in the other hand. I'm like, I'm beating the hands, Ormano. I'm beating the hands.
Clap. Did you do anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Ormano, it's your turn.
Okay.
Dude, this song is dynamic.
So I have Arcana proficiency. Does this appear to be like a mage hand thing, or are these like? Would I get the idea this is an actual hand here?
With your proficiency, it definitely, like, without a roll, does not seem to be mage hand. It seems to be physical. Salty just cracked it, threw a spear through it.
Okay. So I just, out of curiosity, I will I won't spell anything. I'm just gonna take my spear and, go, and charge right where I would imagine a person to be. So like the hands here,
Is that the face?
and like you know what I'm saying?
So you're guessing at where it is, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming there's a creature that's attached to his hands because I want to be able to see where the chest and abdomen and stuff of this thing is.
Okay, well, you're running towards it, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, as you get closer, it's easier to see a little bit more. You do have dark vision, so when you get closer and closer, it becomes more visually apparent. And you do see the body, and it's a familiar sight at first as you rush and go to hit it before I describe what you're seeing.
Okay, so I will hit or try to.
Oh, you will?
That is a. Oh, wait, let me move over to of my actions. 22 to hit.
No, that definitely is going to hit. So you
Sorry,
run and you
21.
see
21.
the emaciated form of an elf, similar to what you guys have encountered before. But this time, its mouth is not sewn shut, and it has its eyes. And you stab into the head, the chest. Where are you aiming?
I was picturing everything but the hands were invisible, so I was just charging to where I assumed the chest to be. Some.
No, as you got
aiming for the
closer,
chest.
you began able to see its form just within the dark that was up there, and you stab straight in through it. No vocalization. Its mouth does open, and it kind of shrivels under. Roll damage for me.
Well, I'll be honored to. Where's my D8? There you are. Oh, nice roll. It's 8 points of piercing damage to my spear. Finds purchase into its chest.
Finds purchase. Man, this thing has gotten a lot of pokey weapons gone through it. Next up,
I hit it.
Salty, with the shriek of combat fierceness that you let out before. You feel at your feet. Let's see. Well, actually,
Oh, no, my
I don't know if
toes.
you hear the clattering on the ground coming near you as something is going to try to hit you.
All right.
Does a 18 hit?
That does, in fact, hit.
So on your feet, you feel these two claws, these metallic claws going into your foot for
Oh, my feet. Watch
4
out, Mono.
damage.
How much for?
4 damage.
We see where
Watch
they're
out,
coming
Mono.
from?
They're going for your feet. Don't go for your feet. The hands are a distraction.
Does it look like it's coming from this creature?
It came from under the bed.
Zerda.
Zerda, why are you hitting me? Zerda, what's
Sarah's
under
poking me
there?
in the foot.
I'm sorry. Ah.
You said she doesn't see anything down there?
She doesn't see anything down there.
As of right now.
Okay. And it will remain. Does it do anything else? It's going to remain there. So we're back at the top of the initiative. Zerda. You did hear the clamoring of this thing running out. It seemed to be kind of the opposite side of where you're facing. What would you like to do? You're hearing your friends kind of yell out a little bit.
So there's something attacking their ankles from under the bed as well?
It came out of the bed.
Came out of the bed.
Oh, it's a big ass bed bug. Oh, Mono, they got bed bugs. They don't clean their sheets.
By the gods.
I'm going to shove Tintin's book down my shirt so I don't have to hold it. And I'm going to like crab crawl out from under the bed.
That is terrifying.
And what's the first enemy I see?
You see a crab-like mechanism out there attacking Salty's feet. Made out of
Perfect.
a metal that you don't think you've seen. It kind of looks like copper at first, but it's got a little duller sheen to it, more leaning on the silver side of copper. And on the
So-
top is a kind of purple gem rotating.
Okay. Her pupils dilate.
Oh, God.
She's going to very quickly like run over to it, jump on it.
Okay, it is small, just like, no, it's tiny actually. So you can definitely do that.
She wants to jump on it and start ripping legs off.
Okay, I have a number in my brain. Still do an attack.
An attack? Okay.
Roll to hit.
Some good old
Sure.
crab juice in
And
there.
an unarmed strike?
Yes,
Very good, very good.
very good.
A
There are 6
rank
legs.
dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll damage. As you grip onto it and attempt to
My
tear it.
unarmed strike damage is 3.
That is, I knew your unarmed strike damage, and these thing is small, and I set a number in my brain, and if you met it, its leg gets ripped right off, which does happen, and there's this oil that spills out of it as you pull it apart.
I'm just gonna dip my little fingers in the oil and draw a little
God.
war paint as I hold the leg above my head and start screaming.
Rambo Zerda over here.
Yes.
Okay. So, next up, do you do anything else? Bonus action movement? No? Okay.
No.
So next up is going to be another one of these creatures coming off of the ceiling as well. And the first noise they heard from a voice box, I suppose, was Salty. So you're going to have another little creature trying to clip your toenails real quick.
Oh, my vocal cords are too strong.
I don't think it reaches you as it tries to stab down and hits into the floor. How do you just like move your foot away, man? It landed a 4.
I do some dancing. I do a little dance.
Ooh, yeah, you got hurt for it. Don't like that. Step on rocks.
Oh, no, my toes. I already clipped them.
All right, next up, we do have Salty again, though. What's
Okay,
your-
I'm gonna try and attack these little tykes.
Okay.
These little guys. I'm gonna take my spear out of this guy's hand and try and stab down on the one that just tried to attack me.
Okay. Do it.
Ooh, that's not great, but 13.
That just misses.
All right,
You're
that's
dancing.
fine.
They're kind of copying your dancing as well. They're like bouncing back and forth. Also, which one were you going for? The one that hurt you or the one that
the
just
one that
came up?
just tried to attack me.
Okay, well.
All right, I'm gonna try and stomp on it then, I guess. We'll see if that's better. It's a 9. I just slip on the oil. Oh, fuck.
Careful, Salty.
No, it's leaking black blood. I don't know what this is. I've never seen this
funny
before.
things going on here.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Ormano, you see your large friend Salty dancing around in this oil from a ripped off leg of this mechanism that Zerda freakishly exorcism style crawled under the bed and wiped it on her face. What do you do?
What's going on with the guy that that I stabbed? Is he just does he look dead? That means he's not moving, just standing there in the same position,
He's just up there.
not attacking, not moving,
No.
not responding to our attacks.
No.
Okay. Then I will keep my spear into his side, and then whip out on my belt my mace, and this is how you do it, and smash the guy that Salty was trying to hit.
Okay.
Oh yes, show me how to do bludgeoning damage, Omano. Yeah.
Whack a tiny construct for me.
I will whack a tiny construct. That's what it's all about.
That's a good song, man.
That's a natural 20. Look at that skull.
What the heck,
Look at that
dude?
skull.
Roll me that double dice.
That's a cute die. I like that.
Double die. It's a
Double dice.
Already 1 combat, 2 crits.
All right.
From your boys.
Come here,
And yet nothing's
boys.
dead.
Nice
That
rolls,
goblin
everybody.
face
Nice
that you
rolls.
just made.
Jamie.
No,
Ryan.
him. He's
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
How do you want to eviscerate it?
I just
Yes.
want to crush the top of
Alright.
it so then everything sparks flying.
This is your mace, you said?
Yeah, mace.
Yeah, you're bringing down the mace onto this spinning gem on the top, and it shatters and makes kind of a sparkling noise, as well as you bring into the other metal. All the goo and, well, not goo, oil spews out over the floor. It's dead.
Looks like goo. Looks like.
And
Looks like
just out of curiosity, I'll then turn around and shout in, wait, what?
Thanks. And Ormano. Use that 8 intelligence or whatever it is.
One of my, okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Braxton.
Okay.
I spoke Elvish to the druid lady a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know for a fact that language was on my D&D Beyond sheet. It's not there anymore for
Well,
some
it's,
reason.
it's there. I believe you.
I believe
definitely used
myself
it.
too.
Yeah.
So I'll just turn around and shout in Elvish to this guy. What's going on here? Who are you?
Where's Rachel?
Where's Tintin?
Where's Tintin? All right.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Its turn is next.
It disappeared because I added those optional cleric features. I just have to choose it again.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Or were you lying in the first place?
I just chose it again. There we go.
Naughty. It responds.
Oh, it responds.
It responds. So everybody in this room, make
says,
a
Oh, good.
strength saving throw. Which
Oh,
is,
I'm good at
again,
that.
not
responds
the
with
best. Yeah, as it lets out a scream.
Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
A filthy,
Ooh, not hot.
disgusting 20.
Not hot.
I got a 16.
Okay. Romano.
6.
Ooh.
Ormano, I guess it's answering you in this case, as the other two
Sure,
are
yeah.
fine, but you feel, how do I describe this? Booming sound enter into your head, and it's so concussive that it knocks you prone. And I need you to take 9 damage.
Okay.
Well, that's like half my boy's health.
I don't like. It doesn't sound like in any language or anything. It's just a loud like screech or something.
You would understand it as the crawler comes.
In Elvish?
Yes.
Oh,
The crawler? Oh.
I'm on the ground.
Write that down.
Yeah, it is.
Your boy's hurt.
Your boy, yeah. When I rolled those, I realized that it could have killed you, and I went,
Oh, it just would have knocked me
moment.
down. That would have
It's true. It's true. Okay. Next up is the not yet dead little crab contraption, as it's going to try to stab into.
The one whose leg I took.
Yeah, the one who's leg you jerk. So rationally, it's going to try to hit. Nope. That's a feature within this. It will continue to attack Salty.
All right, come on, bring it on.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Only 1 damage as it goes pink and trims a little bit of your toe.
Oh, you tickled
Within
my
your shoe.
foot. You tickled my. Oh no.
You.
So it's just this little contraption and the guy?
Yes, currently.
Okay. Okay, good.
All right. So
Shouldn't have spoken to
back up to Zerda. So
Perfect. So the hole where I ripped that leg from, I'm going to shove my hand in that hole, grab whatever's in there, and with it on my arm, I want to try to run to the guy and punch him in the dick with it.
Oh Jesus.
Oh God.
So he is
Just the most aggressive thing I could think about.
he is up. So you can probably reach his.
Where's
You
his
had
junk
to
at?
jump for him to grab you. So
Okay.
I don't think you can reach him even on the bed. You'd have to jump. So I don't. How
Okay.
does a mid-action jump? Is it just movement?
Yeah, it's just movement.
Yeah. So okay, you can jump and try to. Yeah.
Can I use my reaction to like boost down so she can like run off my back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So you can
Cool.
reach his dick. Do it.
Cool.
You can
I'm gonna
reach
run
his
up.
dick.
What? I don't know. Okay. Unarmed
It's the
strike, I
title of
guess?
this episode.
Improvised
Yeah.
weapon?
Yeah.
Episode 13. You can reach his dick. Nice.
You can
It's-
reach his dick, man.
I wouldn't even call it unarmed. You're hitting him with the leg, which has a sharp appendage.
I put my hand
Oh,
in
you've
the
got
robot.
it like a boxing glove.
Yeah. I'm trying to hit him with his own buddy.
Add 2 to your roll.
Add 2 to my roll.
Yeah, it's a weapon.
Okay, so it's 19 then.
weapon.
To hit?
Yeah.
Okay. 19 does.
It would have been a
Hit.
21 if I'd used my unarmed
Do I
strike.
need one?
21. Okay. Roll me some damage.
What
Add 2 to
do
this
I-
as well.
What do I roll?
24 plus 2.
1d4 plus 2 to the dick.
Oh God. I mean, its legs is like a
Straight
dagger to
To
Zerda.
the- yeah, I imagine he's very sharp and pointy.
Yeah.
That's 6 damage.
All right, 6 damage.
Straight to the dick.
Dick
At this
damage.
point,
I'm proficient with DD.
the legs pierce into his
Screwed.
Oh
his groin, his scrot, and blood starts gushing out from
Nice.
both the spear wound, the hand wounds, and the groin wound, as he
Perfect.
looks extremely bloodied.
Yeah, he's got
Great.
things sticking out of him.
Yes. Salty, you are next.
So there's this little crab here, right?
Yes.
It's
And
on
the
my
big guy, the big
hand.
guy's looking.
He looks not great.
He's like not okay.
Crutching
Wait a
his
minute, I'll give you
groin.
something to scream about. I'm gonna try and stab him.
He's having a hard
All
time.
right, go for it.
Not the little buddy.
The claw dude.
Yeah, no, the elf guy.
Yeah, the guy in the
Elf guy.
in the ceiling.
Oh
Santa
my
Claus.
God, my rolls. That's a 9 to hit. That's gonna
Damn.
miss.
It does miss.
I'm still gonna try and punch him though. That's a 10. I can't.
That also misses.
Started
Damn.
off strong with a nat 20.
This makes
and now
me excited.
I just can't do anything, man. Well, just hold still, Zerda. Why are you stabbing him in the dick? I need to fucking stab him. And that's my turn.
I'm just standing on the bed screaming.
Also, I don't know what happened to my voice. I went through 7 stages of grief trying to stab this guy.
When Salty can't hit a punch, 7 stages of grief. Romano.
I mean, I'm in pain, so I should probably do something about that. I'll
You're
pull
also
myself up off of the ground. Yeah. Now, so when I took pain, was it like in my brain, or was it just from me hitting the ground?
It was from your brain. You could understand it as thunder damage.
Oh,
My brain.
Oh,
You felt the jelly in your head jiggle.
Fuck that thing up. And I'll just touch myself and
I'm trying to, mate. I'm trying to. I can't do anything.
I'll cast
Stop doing that. We're live.
I'll
Needs
cast
to be a
cure
shirt that
wounds on
says
myself.
Ormano, and I touch myself.
And that's it.
Cast
Cure
okay.
wounds. Ooh, that's good. That's 9 HP. So it's like it never happened.
I know.
So Zerda is not within attack range because she had to jump.
Yeah.
The
I
two
can say,
of you
come down to
are.
me, you bitch.
Yeah.
This thing is going to try to kind of.
Well,
Yeah.
oh,
Should be.
I was just gonna take a couple steps back, but I mean,
Oh, if you did, then okay.
I'm
It's
just gonna
it's up
take.
to you.
then.
What do you? Yeah, I'm just gonna take a step back. If he might attack me if he wants to. And then
What a non-metagamer. I appreciate you.
and that'll be it.
Okay.
I guess
So,
bonus
Salty.
action, but I already did
Yeah,
cure wounds.
what's
Never
up?
mind.
You're going to get a third chance to do this. Okay.
Yeah?
As it tries to do a curl up and go back up to the ceiling.
Okay.
Gets out of your
so-
range.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and do
Wait, oh, no.
reaction.
Is my spear still sticking out of this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
Can you grab that thing back?
All right, I'm rolling an attack. That's a 9. I've rolled
my
three
God.
threes. I've rolled 3 3s and a 4.
Now
Use
I know how
different
Ryan
dice.
feels.
What's
Having the
wrong?
monster
been.
get
I
away
have
is
been.
fun.
Do you want some of my
DM.
dice?
No.
So
Yeah,
it's
I take a
going
swing and I
to
miss.
drill through the ceiling
What?
with its claws.
Okay.
Just kind of like dig, and it looks like a drill as it's doing it.
The elf guy or the thing that was on my hand?
The elf guy.
Okay.
So light pierces back through and hurts you guys' vision as you readjust as the setting dark-ish sun right now, because just the whole world is kind of dimmer. You know, the dawning things. And it crawls through the ceiling as you hear like a chattering across the roof. And thankfully, yeah, I'm gonna do a roll for this. Let me do a dexterity roll.
Okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't go through cleanly as it's really hurt. So the hole is big
Fair.
enough for it to go through. At which point, Ormano's spear gets caught and it pulls it out of its chest and throws it to the side so it can get out.
Appreciate it.
He screams back and you take 2d6 and you're down.
You turn
Just
to
kidding.
cinder.
I'm kidding. And there is still one of these things alive, one of these small things. So we're not out of initiative just yet.
Is it this one?
It is that one. And next
Okay.
up
The one on your hand.
is the one that you're currently holding.
Great.
I
am inside of it.
Oh, God.
It's gonna try to claw at you while
Go
you're.
for it. I'm holding it like a sibling, like on the head.
Boy. What is it gonna do? It rolled a 21 to hit
Okay.
as you feel a
Doesn't care.
jolt pierce into your cheek for 3 lightning damage.
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 That's me.
It is
For
jam.
3 lightning damage.
3 lightning damage. Wow. Okay,
Bitch.
Zerda, it is now your turn.
Okay. I have my hand in it. I guess I'm just going to like ball up my fist in it and like punch the floor and keep trying to punch farther into it.
Okay, roll to penetrate more. I guess.
God.
This is not great. This is definitely earned
I'm
our
out of
explicit.
spell slots, so I mean, what else am I gonna do? Ooh, that was
Paladins
almost
are
bad,
long
but it turned out
rests,
to be
right?
real good.
That's interesting.
21.
That will hit the thing on your fist.
And it's 3 damage.
How do you do it? I guess you've
Nice.
already described, but
I don't want to punch all the way through it, but I want to punch until it just stops moving.
it doesn't take very long. On the first
Cool.
time that it hits the ground, you said you went through the side?
Yeah, wherever
Originally?
its leg was, I had stuck my hand up in like the leg
Okay.
joint.
It breaks apart, and the little gem kind of chitters across the ground. Still not broken yet, because you're hitting it at its side, but the rest kind of squelches into a mess of oil and parts as they clatter to the ground, and initiative is done.
Cool. I'm
What-
gonna put that in my bag.
Actually, you know what? Not yet, because we still have
I
a full
want-
round to go through. Let's go to Salty.
Okay. So here's the thing. With Captain's Pride, I can turn into a shift into a watery elemental form.
Mhm.
If I use that, I also have a climbing speed while wearing this thing, but
Mhm.
can I jump through the hole and try and run after this guy?
Interesting.
Because I can use a bonus action. When I use it and every bonus action, I can use a dash.
What is the wording of the
Uh,
water ability?
While you're wearing this armor, you gain a climbing speed. Okay.
It just says you gain a climbing speed.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
You can still
then-
jump. It doesn't say anything is removed. So, yeah, the ceiling here, you're tall already, and it's only 20 feet up. So you could probably.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm
onto it.
gonna bonus action. Yeah, I'll bonus action do that. So I can dash right now. I have 60 feet of movement. I'm gonna climb up through the hole. You see when I use this, my like greenish, my skin turns into like a azure like watery sheen. As I kind of flicker back and forth between like water and like flesh, and I climb up through this hole. What do I see?
You see, going currently on the ground, going eastward based off of the sun right now, is this thing just crawling because its legs don't even appear to be able to hold its body up. It's just crawling all the way. You get the idea. It tried to dash away from here, and it is currently 55 feet away from where you are.
Okay, so I have 40 feet of movement right now. I am going to take my trident and just hurl it at this thing.
Let my monster leave. Okay.
No.
Roll to hit.
And then right when I throw it, I'm just going to run after it. That is a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
All right. I'm on damage. That's 7 damage.
Nice.
How do you do it?
Oh yeah, no, I think I just
Yeah.
like just am watery, like form shifting as I just use the momentum to just hurl this thing like a rocket towards this guy, and I think it just like pins him to the ground, going through their chest, and me going over like swim running towards it to get to it, make sure it's dead, and then pull the spear out. Try.
As the spear flies and launches into its chest, it kind of lurches forward, the spear itself, as if it was about to be pulled out of the ground because of how fast it was moving, and it stops it in its tracks. You run up and try to confirm if it's dead. It's not moving. You can do a medicine check to see if it's deceased.
I'll do a once over. Believe it or not, medicine's wisdom. Okay, 14.
Mhm. Yeah, it's got no pulse, no
All right.
blood coursing through its veins or spilling. It does have blood. There's plenty of it gushing right now, but
I'm just gonna yell out, "I got it!"
Seeing Salty do whatever the hell he's just did, I'll grab my spear and like run to the hole, and I'll try to jump up to it. I probably can't reach it, but I'll Salty.
how high can you jump? Like 10 feet?
I mean,
He's just
carrying
he's
a lot of
jumping like a
stuff.
foot
Actually, that's
off
really
the
tall.
bed.
That's a tall jump. Yeah, you probably can't make it.
Yeah.
Especially with your box. But I'll keep my eyes on it and like jog backwards to like grab them.
Salty.
As
My
you're
spear's still
speaking,
in it.
Ormano, the gem on the ground of the recently deceased little crab mechanism vibrates.
Only when I speak.
When you're speaking,
I'll stop speaking.
it stops.
Salty.
Bzz.
Yeah, hold on, I'm coming.
I'm getting a call, I think. Hang on.
I'll reach down.
The buzz to Salty as well.
I'll
Oh,
pick,
whenever-
Seems to
it
react
hears
to
my voice.
voice and
Okay.
vocalizations.
I'll pick it up.
Ah.
You now have a little crab mechanism gem thing that vibrates when
You
you
have
speak.
the gem, and I put the body of it in my bag.
Nice.
This thing seems to vibrate. Anyway, did you get it? Salty, you okay?
Yeah, it's dead. I'm fine. I spewed. I made a kebab out of it.
Nice. Do you want to drag it back over here?
Oh yeah.
Leave it on the roof.
'cause
I don't know.
they're at their stores like the edge of town, right?
Mhm.
A little bit. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
drag it over to the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, don't leave
Uh,
a body in the street, please.
Yeah, no, I don't want to leave my trident either.
As you're
Oh,
coming
yeah.
back
Drag it.
in again, do me another perception check.
I'll do you a perception check. I
Ooh,
won't
there's
promise it'll be
more of
good.
them.
19.
So coming back again, getting a second perspective of the room here from what you guys didn't see before, the new light coming in from Tintin's room. There does seem to be some signs of a struggle. Scrapes on the floor here, claw marks, nothing insane, but you would guess that it's from whatever you just managed to kill.
Okay.
So something went down in here. But why is weird ass guy still hanging around then?
Probably waiting for Tintin to get back. if
Can
I'd imagine.
I go around the house and look for hidey holes to see if maybe they hid?
So Salty,
Yes.
do you think they attacked
Do an investigation.
Rock? 'Cause
Oh,
there's some signs of a struggle here.
yeah, maybe one of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
I'm not
still
sure.
missing. There's still one MIA. Got 2 out of 3.
Speaking of 3, I got a 3.
You look around and I mean, other than the large hole that's in the roof right now in the ceiling, there's nothing else that appears to be odd with the home here.
All right, well,
We should ask around,
Look-
see if anyone's seen him today.
yeah, we could do that. We also look at my watch that isn't there. We got a dinner to go to.
Oh, yeah, it's this evening though. We got a little bit of
We're in-
time.
Weren't they coming to
Yeah, we're going
dinner
to,
with us?
yeah.
Were they coming to dinner with us?
Yeah,
Everybody was
everyone was invited,
Yeah.
apparently.
All right.
Well, we could go to the dinner, and if they're not there, then we can tell everybody like, hey, something's wrong.
Yeah, postpone the
Or-
dinner. You know.
Yeah, or if they are there, we could say, hey, someone broke into your house, by the way.
It was
Um,
you guys.
It was
true.
us.
It was
technically.
us, but we were the second people to break into their house, so it's not as bad.
We can tell
Chain
James.
burglary.
Is there a Brock's room?
Yeah, right across the hall. Door shut.
Looking in there, nothing out of the ordinary.
Give me an investigation check when you jump in. There is a dim candlelight from the desk there, so it's easier to see.
Investigation?
Yes.
Well, that's a -1, so that's an 8.
Okay, I mean, you look around and just a glance in here as you start to try to find anything out of the ordinary. It's a well put together room. There's a small rug that he probably got from one of the general stores on the ground, a cozy looking bed, and a desk with some paper sprawled over on the top that you're easy enough to find. Going through the drawers, there doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary within them, just some trinkets and contraptions that you can't put piece 1 and 2 together to understand what they are.
I'll lift up the rug, see what's underneath, if anything.
Okay. You lift up the rug, and just lifting it up doesn't seem like there's anything there.
Okay.
Okay, so there's not a trapdoor or anything?
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay. Yeah.
Did
No,
he-
I'll just
Bring the body into the main
yeah.
area.
I brought it into the shop.
Look over it, see if there's any bits and bobs,
Yeah, investigation check as well for that.
and I will guidance myself.
Guidance.
Should have done it for Salty, but I forgot.
It's fine.
That's fine.
It's not fine.
Got to nerf guidance somehow.
Yeah, by not casting it.
Investigation. It's
Yep.
also -1 plus 3.
We're smart guys.
12.
Are we?
12. Investigating the body.
Yeah, just see if
So-
there's anything left over.
Just to describe the body in general again, in contrast to the other monsters that you've met of this sort, its eyes are there. They're bloodshot and tired, whether it's from being dead or it's just generally looks like this. You're not sure. Its mouth is open so that it can emit those screams that you experienced yourself a moment ago. Its skin is dark and pale, and it has on its arms, in addition to just being grossly enlarged, there's a brace on the wrist that stretches to the thumb and on the back of each of the hands. And when you touch them, they seem taut, as if they've been constantly pulling on this arm to stretch it out over time.
Ow.
Ooh, hate that.
As I'm leaning over it, I'll kind of shout back and talk to everyone and say,
I don't know if you guys heard it, but this thing spoke out to us, and it said something like, the crawler comes. I don't know what that means.
No,
My Elvish is a little
I
rusty,
didn't
but
hear that.
I think that's what I understand it to be.
No,
You
didn't hear that
entirely
either.
forgot your Elvish for a little bit there.
It's a little rusty, but if I translated it correctly, then that's what he spoke to us. The crawler comes.
Oh, it sounded like he was talking about like guacamole or something. I didn't understand.
Give me a history
Yeah.
check, you guys.
Your Elvish is pretty good. All of us?
Mhm.
At this point, I just like drop the rug and walk back. to the others.
When you drop, what's your passive perception?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. 14.
When it falls, it seems to make a more hollow noise than most
Okay.
things would.
Like the floor or the rug?
The noise
Okay,
to have
okay,
a rug.
gotcha,
It's a
gotcha.
hollow rug.
To sound
yeah,
like copper.
that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
It's
The
History
rug is a
17.
pocket dimension.
Real quick for the history check, I got a 6.
17.
I got a 15.
Romano.
17.
17.
17.
Yeah,
Come on,
he said
man.
that.
I
He
said
said
it.
it.
A couple
That's
times,
right.
Yeah.
Braxton.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay, so Zerda and Romano, you would remember that they're the only thing that kind of sounds similar to the crawler would be the mechanisms that roam the desert. These wind-based contraptions that just kind of look like they're dancing and skittering across, and they range from tiny to extremely large in size.
Oh, yeah,
what you remember.
Tintin told us about those guys.
Yeah. One of those,
The
So I think
crawler
it sounds
come.
similar.
one of those coming our way. Not good.
Well, they're not coming our way. They're coming,
Well, easy, we just take away the wind.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong,
I don't know if
but
it's that easy.
Why not?
Yeah,
You catch it in a bag, and the wind is in the bag.
Well,
like,
it keeps coming. The bag can only hold so much. It's it's a
So-
problem.
you get another bag.
maybe if you get a lot of bags.
Yeah.
Riveting conversation, but there might be a hidey hole or something. When I was looking under the rug, didn't see a trapdoor or anything, but when I dropped it, it sounded hollow underneath. So
A hollow rug?
Yeah, it could be something inside
no,
there.
that's what I thought at first, but then I
I want to see
realized,
the hollow
oh no,
rug.
it's a hollow floor. Walk
Yes,
in, show them the
Go
area.
rip it up. You're
I
both.
go-
start, I crawl under the rug and I'm looking for
What?
an opening to the rug.
It's like that cartoon that you see.
Yeah.
with like the lump under the carpet.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zerda, you don't find anything on the rug itself.
Rip it up.
This
sounds
is a
like
nice rug.
It is actually
I
a
like
really
it.
nice rug. It's got textile features that you guys don't really recognize from anywhere around
Gotcha.
your travels, especially you, Salty. You've been around. And on a ship, they trade textiles.
Yeah, I mean, I've been
you
around
know
too.
your
but,
textiles. You've been around too, but you're less cool. Actually,
Oh, I know my textiles, and I recognize these textiles.
I know cloth, and this is it.
there you
I'll
go.
help Salty rip up a floorboard.
Yeah. I mean, it is copper, so how do you
yeah.
guys try to do it?
Ooh. Oh, I know. I will throw myself on the floor and I will start sloppily rolling around so we can pinpoint where the hollow noise is.
Oh my God.
Under the rug.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just
The whole
like
space.
flopping like a fish.
Yeah. I mean, it's more apparent now to
All right,
all of
gotcha,
you that
yeah.
it's.
How do we not have a freaking crowbar yet, man?
Hang on, let me see if let me check my.
Wait. Let me see
No,
what I
no, I
have.
don't
I have
have
a
one.
lot of random shit.
I got,
I'll
a,
just-
I
I'll
got a
just-
steak if we need that.
Are there?
Bring to the
Rare,
dinner.
please. Are these like planks of copper, or is it like
It's
a
a
whole
sheet.
A
Oh wait,
sheet
oh
of
no, I
copper?
have one. I'll pull out a crowbar.
Oh, you have a crowbar?
It's in the
I
bottom
was
of,
about to
bottom
pull
of my
out
pouch.
my
Just
I was about
tossing
to
everything
pull out my staff of rampant growth.
Give me a
no, let's
strength.
keep that in there.
God.
Oh god. Let's not do
Yeah, I
that.
got this at the bottom of my pouch. I don't use it for anything, but clank.
Yeah, you want me to use that, or do you want it?
I mean, I'll try it first. I mean, I'm pretty strong, so.
All right.
Zerda's pupils dilate looking at the
I'll
crowbar.
try to.
Strength roll, please.
With a crowbar, is it advantage, sir?
Is it? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it's meant to do.
Nice.
Okay.
It's meant to
It's
do
a
that.
leverage tool, yeah.
It is science.
Science
Now I'm wondering why he has a crowbar.
Okay. 2 18s.
For when he forgets his key to his box.
Plus, so
Because you got the
not
dungeon
natural
years
20.
back. A non-natural 20, it kind of squeaks through as the copper sheet metal pinces under it, and you're able to pop it open. It was expertly welded around, so much so that you guys couldn't even really see the copper being melted. But
weld
it's
job.
it's a weaker point than the rest of the metal, and with his swole arms and strong crowbar, pops open.
I think
that back in my
I think the
pouch.
crowbar did a lot of the work there, mate. But good job.
Ooh,
Carry-
almost
carry around
bursted a
that-
blood vessel in my head doing
Yeah,
that.
I saw carrying around that box really does give you a workout, huh?
Would you like me to climb into the hole?
Sure.
Sure.
Here I go.
You in.
You guys love a spooky mystery, don't ya? Who knows what's gonna go on? Certainly I don't, not the DM of this thing. I also don't know exactly where Ryan put this cut. He just said it's before you go in the hole. I don't even know if you know about the hole. We'll see. Hello, I'm Braxton. I just said I'm the DM. I'll say it again. I'm the DM. Hey, hope you're doing good. If you notice the echo, it's because I'm in a new place, like you've seen in the stream. Okay, let's jump into some things that I want to tell you guys about before we find out what all the spooky stuff is. What was the thing they just killed? Oh no. So if you want to reach out to us, Twitter and Instagram, that's at Dungeon Crawl Pod, or you can jump over on the Discord, which is in the link tree of whatever the heck device you're listening to, watching on, experiencing. I don't know what it is. You all have your preferences. I will not judge. So back to the Instagram and Twitter. Always post a clip from the live play as well as one of our other podcasts, because you're like, hey, what's all this dungeon crawl stuff? Speaking of which, our email, if you want to chat with us, is thedungeoncrawlpod@gmail.com. But speaking of the Dungeon Crawl podcast, that's another thing that Ryan and I do, and sometimes the other two, Jamie and Kenneth, but mostly Ryan and I. We talk about Dungeons and Dragons, some hot tips and tricks for DMs and players, as well as some current events and reviewing things that, come out. But our last two episodes was a very fun kind of review, a little chat with just Ryan and I and Kenneth as well on Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. Is it worth a buy? Should players get it? Should DMs get it? That's what we focus on. It's a super fun conversation, less technical, more kind of just chatting with your friends over Discord style. Next up, the episode we had afterwards was how to start writing a Dungeons and Dragons adventure, where we go over some resources as well as tips on where to find your inspiration, which we've talked about before, but we wanted to kind of reset it for our 90th episode because we're almost at our 100th, which is a lot of fun. And for that, we're going to do a Q&A of whatever the hell you want to ask us. I don't think we've vetoed it, but if you have Dungeon Chronicles questions, or you have Dungeon Crawl questions, or you just have D&D questions, or something else questions, I don't know. Whatever you want to ask, if it's about me personally and what I had for breakfast yesterday, you can ask that. I don't know, it'll be fun. So you can jump in at any of the social medias, the links to the Discords, whatever. Email if you want to toss us a question for our 100th episode. At this point, we've got 9 episodes left. Plenty of time for you guys to throw questions in. We'll probably shout it out on the social media as well a couple of times. And I do want to mention as well, this is a thing that is live streamed, the Dungeon Chronicles, this actual live play podcast. Where can you watch that? Well, first and foremost on YouTube, if you missed the broadcast, but the Dungeon Chronicles is streamed live Monday on Twitch. It is twitch.tv/Dungeon Crawl Network. Every other Monday, the next one coming up is June 14th at 6 p.m. CST, usually around that time, sometimes it's 7. It kind of depends. That VOD will not remain there. It hops over to YouTube, just where you can find all the other video formats of our other podcast stuff and our other shenanigans too. We may also do some Magic the Gathering on the Twitch, so give it a follow. We want all of you guys that watch the episodes, because we love you, to hop over there, because the live streams are one of my favorite parts of doing all this. So we'd love to see you over there. And then one final thing, this is usually Ryan's shtick, but go to Apple Podcasts, rate us 5 stars. That also really, really does help out. I used to be like, another podcaster mentioning Apple Podcasts. That was before I became a podcaster. Now that I am one, I realize how valuable it is. It's just the premier podcast site for everybody to discover and find you. So if you love us, jump over there. And if you love us even more, give us a shout out on at Dungeon Crawl Pod, because that makes me cry every time. We had one the other day, and it's so heartwarming to see everybody in the community. But that's about it. I think I mentioned everything as I read through all the other stuff. Oh, the YouTube is Dungeon Crawl Podcast, by the way. You'll be able to find it that way. That's it. Time to find out what's under the floorboards. Goodbye.
I mean,
Give me a perception check, I guess.
I like wiggle
Okay.
into it.
And I'll as I see her heading it, does Zerda have any like sticking like weapons? You get like a hammer, right? Warhammer?
Yeah.
She has her mace.
Okay, I'll just cast light on it as she
Battle
walks
axe. It's a
by,
battle axe. I
Just
don't
so
know
we
why I
can-
thought it was a mace.
so we can see a little easier in there.
Okay.
We got dark vision, but still, a little light never hurts anybody.
Never. Or mono.
Perception.
Great roll. That'll be 8.
I got an 11.
Salty?
Oh, I didn't realize we were all rolling for perception.
Yeah, you all have eyes, or are you just
15.
not looking there? 15?
15.
So with the light, that definitely makes it easier to see in here, and it's not far. Zerda, do you like hop in, or do you just crawl in?
I crawl in.
Yeah, it takes you. Oh, nice name drop.
I'm the crawler now.
Welcome.
Oh, no.
So you crawl, and it doesn't take you more than about 5 feet of traveling downward for you to find the sharp metallic floor of this. And it's not just a copper sheet, but it's moving around under your hand as you push in, and it's loose, and there's scraps. And all of you can see the same metal that these crabs were in, and the same metal or mono that you saw on the arm of that diminished elven creature. It's not copper, some sort of alloy, but there are similar contraptions as if it were meant to go on another person's arm. There's a few for legs. It seems like boots, one for probably would fit along somebody's back, maybe. It looks kind of like a metal spine. But there's just a bunch of these things under.
now why would old Rock have this stuff, huh?
I'm gonna grab one and put it in my bag.
Okay, which one? Like back, foot, arm, head?
I'm gonna grab an arm one.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna put
Just
one
like the ones
on.
you guys found. Okay,
No.
I mean,
you're dead.
Interesting.
There seems to be you guys are kind of away from the town, but there's some clamoring, some footsteps, not right outside, but there seems to be just general foot travel coming from different directions away from you guys. Not like farther out, but just, if there's
Like people moving through the
house.
town.
Okay,
Just
just
moving through
nothing
the town now.
to alarm. Does
no.
it look like there's a contraption on the inside of this to make it easier to open? Like, I'm just curious on how, like, if we didn't have a crowbar, if someone doesn't have a crowbar, how the hell they get into this place?
It does not seem like
Probably.
anybody
looks like
wanted
he
to get back in this.
welded over it.
It was entirely shut over.
Maybe one
Well,
of
either
Get
that
something, I don't know.
he wants to hide it and just not remember a past or something, or magically open it.
How long did he say he's been here again? Not too
I
long,
don't
right?
remember.
A
Is
few
Rock human?
moons. He was Rock is, I believe I said he's an elf. He's an elf. Because he's from the coalition, so it's one of the two. It's just been a long
thought he
time
was
since
dwarven.
I thought it was dwarven.
No, it's been a.
too.
No,
let me make sure.
I thought he was either human or elf.
He would either be elf or dwarf, and it's just been
Because
a long
wasn't
time.
Tintin, she came from a dwarven civilization, but wasn't she a half elf? Or not a half elf, a halfling or something?
No, she's a dwarf.
Was she? Okay.
Yes.
I was remembering wrong.
Yeah, they're
then.
both
No,
from the
she-
coalition, so they're
Yeah.
one of two. Where
What?
is Rock?
We got a 50-50 shot to remember which one.
Yeah.
Search
Which-
Rock, the Rockery.
The Rockery.
He's an elf. I remember him being an elf.
Yeah.
he's
I
an
remember because I
Okay.
visualized him taller.
Mhm.
I thought it was a dwarf.
Yeah, he's an elf.
I just had
I
him
just
in my
haven't
head.
mentioned it since you interacted with him again. Let's go for
Yeah,
a
that's
refresher.
fair.
It's been a bit.
That's fair. All right. So he may have been with what other organization this is. Maybe
you did say he was pretty scared when you showed him the
He
guy.
did. Speaking of that, I wonder if that stayed place where I put it.
Yeah, go check on it.
Right,
left it right
my
outside,
blanket
right?
is on it.
I left it outside the inn. Right? Did I
You
bring it
did.
inside the
You
inn? Or I
did.
left it
I'm just
outside
now
the inn?
realizing
Yeah,
that-
No.
We left it outside the inn, and I
with like
had
a
you put
blanket
my
over it.
yeah, I had you put my blanket
Mhm.
over it, and then we told James like, don't let anybody touch it. Or
And
something
he was like,
that.
"Yeah, sure. It's just new decorations." So,
Good.
all right.
Sounds
Just
I'm
like
going.
James.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm an impressionist. So yeah, I think we need to get washed up, get ready for dinner.
Yeah, let's take a little bit of a breather.
Don't want to be. We can come back to this.
I
I
also
mean, we
got
are
this-
just rooting through their house.
I got
so-
this ring thing, so I might take a look at that before we go to dinner.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get washed up, go back to the inn, make sure the statue is still a statue and still there.
Yeah. Do we want to cover this back up, or
I'm just gonna try and like use my strength to just like close it. See if I can do that.
You're not strong enough to weld it shut again, but you can.
No.
bend it
I'm
down.
not gonna. I
To
just
just
want to like
close it so we can put the
Give me a
rug
strength
over it.
check because the
Yeah.
first time you try to put it down, just like metal, it can't quite retain that shape again and springs
Yeah,
up a
it's
little bit. It's still over it, but it definitely looks tampered with.
Can I help
first
by
time
jumping
Salty-
on it?
Yeah, do it with advantage.
Oh, I was about to say the first time
Oh,
Salty's
wait,
not
I'll
strong.
touch him and say good luck, and he cast guidance on him.
Oh my god, guys!
God, he just
Wow.
loves touching things.
I
does.
know. With guidance and with the advantage,
oh
that's a
man,
28.
28.
whoa!
It rees at you and the metal is bent back into shape. It
I
still has a hole from where the crowbar entered it, but it's completely flush.
Cool.
Nice work.
And I put the carpet back over. The body.
Should we just grab the body and bring it with us?
If we see Rock again, do we want to talk about this place?
We'll
or-
leave it. We'll leave it.
if it
um,
comes up naturally somehow, yes.
I don't want to put it under someone's bed or in someone's room because imagine that.
We'll put it in our
Um,
room.
Yeah, we can weekend at Bernie's this. It's our friend it's our elven friend that's just drunk and has a gaping wound.
you may put like some clothing on him. I got stuff in my pouch. If
I
mean, 'cause he looks pretty messed up.
He kind of doesn't
Yeah,
have
it
a
looks-
groin right now because
Yeah, it
Zerda.
looks
Yeah,
looks messed
I'll
up.
put some of my
He
extra
doesn't-
clothes on them.
He doesn't have anything else on him because
we
I got a
can-
stick from the one in the tan cloak.
Nothing.
We
Okay.
can put him in your boxer, Mono. That's like your size.
it's pretty filled up. I'm sorry. I'll put the clothing on him, and that'll be fine.
This ass man got no room in his box for anybody
Yeah, it's
else.
pretty stuffed. As you can see, it took me that
Nice.
long to find a crowbar in my pouch. I mean, you
Or
can only
Mano's
imagine
stuffed
what's in my
box.
box, right?
Can I get a insight check on that to see if he's lying to me?
Yeah, I guess, or mono roll deception
Or persuasion.
or persuasion.
Now I'm just going to suggest this, but
No.
I have a
Jeez,
feeling that you're
force that
both
plan.
going to say no. I
Where's the
hold
cat?
up a small knife that I have.
Or
I can cut him up.
I don't think
no, I don't know.
It's a little.
I'm
gruesome.
just saying it would be much easier to transport
You know
him. We
what?
could put him in a bag.
You know what? I'll just leave him in the, just leave it in the shop floor, behind the counter, not in the room, just behind the counter.
I mean, next time we see him, we'll tell him about this anyway.
Yeah.
so,
Hey, watch out! There's a body, and no big deal.
Sure.
And
How are
I
those
walk
rolls?
off.
Okay.
How are the rolls
Sure.
for your insight check?
Oh, it was 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that seemed truthful. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a big box. They got a lot of stuff in there, man.
Well, like I said, I'm a merchant. Got stuff to sell.
So you guys
Did
head
say
off?
that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When we
we
first met, it's been a while.
Don't remember that, but okay. Go back to the inn.
Yeah, we'll meet up in
meet-
a little bit, I guess.
There's
Yeah,
some people
uh,
traveling across the way as well as you're going. Some of them have a little makeshift card in their hand.
Just real quick, the body still the statue still there with the thing over it. All right,
Surprisingly, yes.
Nice.
All right, pat it like a statue at a college campus. Just
Good
like a rub a part of it as I go in.
Rock
and
and
then
stone.
rock and stone.
Hit the dice.
And then I'm just gonna go to whatever the washroom is in this. Oh, there is a bathhouse in this town. No, I'll just we don't have the time. I'll just wash myself up real quick.
Yeah, people seem to
James,
be coming in with you as well. As whatever of you guys are traveling there, people are starting to gather.
What time of day
at the
is it?
end. I would say it's about like 5 p.m.
Oh my god, that much time has passed?
You guys spent a long time doing that
we
fight,
were just doing.
We didn't
some
spend a lot of
stuff,
time
man.
fighting. It was like 2 rounds, 3 rounds.
No, but we were investigating Rock's place for a while.
and
Can
the
I
shop.
So-
weave in and out of everybody's knees and try to look for Tintin?
I'm looking
yeah.
for
Rock's
Charisse
knees.
too as well.
Charisse the guard. Okay,
Yes.
so Tintin would be easy to spot, but give me a perception check because this town is mostly humans.
Both of us are just our
Mhm,
You can do both.
Ooh, not
Both of you.
great.
Hi, wizard.
7.
18.
7. You don't see anybody that would match her height or your height. And for you, Armando, what number did you say?
18.
18. You look for Charisse, and you're able to find him. And let me. He's out by the inn right now. They're stationing people there because there's a lot of traffic going, and they want to have some eyes in the area. Gosh, the voice. It's like Jersey, right?
Charisse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Charisse. What?
Charisse.
Charisse. Oh,
Hey,
it's
what's
gonna
up,
be bad, like
Charisse?
Hey, Armando.
Ooh,
What are you? Hey, what are you doing? What's up?
I was just going to go buy some stuff at the Rocker, and he's not there. Have you seen Tintin or Rock lately? I don't know if you got to meet Tintin, but she was on my head when we came in.
No, we had some people come in over like a bit through here right now because of the dinner that James is throwing off, but
Yeah.
I hadn't seen them yet.
Okay, well, just give me a shout if you find him. Okay, I'll be in the inn.
Okay, yeah, I mean everybody will be in here. There
Yeah.
might be music going on, so I don't want to interrupt them, but yeah,
Yeah, you're a guard. You can do that, though. That's all right.
that is true. I do have that authority.
Yeah.
I will exercise if
Captain
I
of
need to.
All right. Appreciate it.
And I'll go and do it. Do I imagine I have time?
I'll turn back to Charisse. Charisse, last thing. About how long we got, you think?
Till the dinner?
Yeah, until grub starts getting served.
Well, James did mention that as soon as the music starts, people might feel a bit more relaxed. Like, I don't know, like you could get a full night's rest in a bit short amount of time. Be a bit more relaxing.
Ooh.
Okay.
They're coming from, a place where all the fancy musicians come. A little bit of
Yeah.
magic infused in there, so might help you out a bit.
Okay.
That
All
it?
right. Yeah. Appreciate it.
All right,
And
take care.
I'll,
Enjoy the show.
I'll go in and try to get a short rest in, just an hour.
Okay, yeah, you can sit down. Music hasn't started yet, but you're absolutely able to get that in.
And-
But you too.
Just washing up, just doing my thing, getting changed. Getting changed, just cleaning my
Getting
clothes.
changed.
Trying to look at least some way presentable. Taking a short rest. And for some reason, I thought the dinner was at the Major's house, but that makes no sense.
That's a
well,
different
what you
thing.
suggested, it probably would have, but it has been
Yeah.
construed to be this sort of.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. I'll take a short rest as well if I can.
Nah,
Trying to find Ormano when I'm done washing up. Kind of clean myself up. Give like a dagger shave real quick.
Ooh.
And yeah, just go find Ormano.
Before you find
and-
Ormano,
All right.
Zerda, what do you do?
Do I see Charlotte behind the counter?
Charlotte, she moves around. You could probably catch her a couple of times if you wanted to speak with her. She's doing stuff.
I'm gonna find James instead.
She is the less approachable of the two.
Yeah.
She sees you look at her. She gives you a little bit of a nod, but gets back to work. James as well is a bit more frantically running around. He's like, I'll be right there. Yes, I'll do that. And he seems like he's got too many things going on in his brain right now. You can grab him.
James.
Oh, well, yeah, yes. Hello. Oh, Zerda. Yes. What do you need?
Hello, what are you doing?
I am preparing this dinner for which you have requested. It is now the most grand thing happening in this town since a long time. We haven't had a celebration of it. This isn't really a celebration, but it's what I'm trying to do right now. What do you need?
You look frantic. Do you need help?
Yeah, sure. That would be great. I was
I
not
will help
expecting
you
that.
if you let me stand on the bar. I'm very short and I can't talk to people.
I could really use the help right now. So I will avoid any distraction or tarnishing of my cleanly polished bar. Just if Charlotte shows up, don't tell her I let you.
I'll use my slippers instead of my boots.
That would help.
Perfect.
So,
I'll go serve all of the alcohol.
Make sure you get coin from the... And I guess you run off before he
Yes.
finishes that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So the hustle and bustle of the inn is going on right now. And Ormano, as you're relaxing, and this doesn't interrupt your short rest, Cadence actually comes up to you. And she seems a bit sheepish.
Hey, Cadence.
Ormano, you remember I asked if you'd seen Minor before. Have you seen him again at all, anywhere?
I can't say I've seen him today, no.
Well,
He's a
when we were
busy
kids,
guy.
Yes, I know. I was just hoping he'd perform with me in the show. I can handle many of the instruments myself with my magic, but all the keys on the piano are kind of
What do you need to...
hard to do.
You need a piano player.
Yes, I'd prefer Minor, but...
I'm not great at it, but I can try.
Well, don't you have to attend the dinner? I mean, I would take it up if that's
I'm still
if
in the
that's
dinner,
okay.
aren't I? I'm here.
I
You're
mean,
gonna be
I'll take
performing
you up on that.
Yeah, you don't need the piano the whole night, so I can play for a little bit. I used to play here and there, make a few pieces of silver on the side when going from place to place. So,
Well, I will be making a bit of a commission, so I could give you some of the gold that I make.
not necessary, but I appreciate it.
I mean, might as well.
If
Minor would have
well,
gotten paid.
Yeah, wait till we see how I do first. Like I said,
That's
it's been
true.
a while.
Guess we haven't tested your ability. No time yet. The piano's getting tuned right now, but I'll take your word for it. The whole night has piano pieces. Do you want to do it for the entire night, or?
I'll do it for a little bit. If we find minor, we can swap out.
Okay, that sounds great. But if
Allow
you
me
do
to
see
read
him,
the room for a little bit too. Make sure everyone's, I didn't make the best impression when I came into town. So
she kind of looks a bit forlorn and happy that you're offering to help, but still sad that Minor's not joining her. Okay, well, I'll go keep getting ready.
I'm
The
sure
pianos should
he'll
be.
show up. I'm sure he'll show up.
I hope he wasn't here yesterday either. We have heard from him. We just don't know where he's at.
There was some stuff with his mom, so maybe he's dealing with that. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But I'll leave you to it. You seem like you were relaxing. And I guess Minor could be used right now. You're pretty beat up.
Yeah, I'll be better by the end of this time here. Just you gotta take a breather.
Well, yeah, I'll leave you be. I'll see you, I guess, on the stage.
As she's turning,
Real quick, have you ever seen something like this? And I'll hold up the ring to her. It baffles me. I'll probably be looking at it for the next hour or so until I figure it out.
And she'll pick it up. Let me see her stats. I can give it a once over. I mean, we use some magical instruments, and this seems to be a bit magical.
Yeah, we
in
found
nature
out
as
while
well.
we were out and about, and so I'm just curious what it exactly entails.
This, I mean, it seems to have some spells stored into it. And
That's handy.
you can see some magic coming from her fingers into it as well. It seems like with your Arcana proficiency, like she's casting Identify. And let me send you. I don't know how this is going to work. You're going to be reading for a bit, so we'll.
brother,
I know
Transition to one of
exactly
them.
what this ring does.
I am
No, you do
taking a
not.
short rest.
Yes, so you guys are taking short rest. So if you want to do
So
hit
I
die
got-
right
I got
now,
time to
roll
look at
those.
it.
Yeah, man.
I'm not taking a short rest. I'm working.
You are
Yeah, I
working.
used 2 of my hit die.
Are you like a bar maiden?
Well, okay, so what I'm imagining is, those waitresses that are rude, but people like it?
Sure. Yeah.
Because she can't count, but she
Romano.
knows that money for goods,
Yes.
Try
So
refreshing
she's
your
trying
page.
to-
Oh, you put
I've
it in
added-
D&D Beyond?
Yes, I've added
It's
a
fancy.
ring to your inventory. Do you see it?
I do. Okay, let me take the other one off.
Cool beans. So you get that. If we were at a table, you all would be welcome to look at this, but I'll leave it up to Ormano
That's fine.
or Brian's
Yeah, let me
player
read
to
this for a
decide.
minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a
It's
lot. Flavor
chunker.
text. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he asked me earlier. He was like, "How does this work?" Because this is All right. Salty.
Those are some noises, yeah.
Zerda's running around right now, helping out people on the floor currently during this hour. What do you do? How do you take let's do this. I don't know.
Right.
Excuse me, miss, can you're serving,
I run
right?
over. Yes.
Yes, could I get one of those? Is a really strong drink that they do in a game here that I'd like to try.
The strongest one?
Honey,
I've done that.
Do that. That's gonna knock you out for the night. You want to enjoy the music? No, it's okay. I'll be fine. Fine. How much do I need to pay you for that? Or just add it on my tab?
Oh no.
I believe when I did it, it was payment up
Oh,
front.
you had it. Payment up
I
front.
did.
Okay. How much? Much was it?
Well, how much do you think you can drink?
I start out with one. I mean, let's do two. I got two hens. Honey, what the? I'll take the other one. You won't have two drinks? One for me, one for the missus.
Great. I'm going to hold out my hand.
He kind of reaches into his pocket and he pulls out like a fat leather wallet with like parchment receipts sticking out of it. And he's like twiddling through a little bit.
Oh, he's got receipts.
He's got receipts. And he gives you, I've heard it's pretty good. Here's 5 gold.
5 gold.
Honey, you're tipping
Fantastic.
them. That's so sweet.
I have strapped a jar to my side for me to collect money with, and I'll put it in the jar. And then I'll put fish in the jar as well, so that if somebody tries to pickpocket me, fish will bite them.
That's
Okay.
very cute.
That's perfect.
Yes.
So what I want you to do is there's going to be a bunch of interactions like this, I guess, during
Yes.
this. Give me a performance check,
I have a +3 to performance.
I guess. That's what we're doing.
14. It's better than I thought it would be.
Okay. Throughout this hour-long excursion, Zerda scurries to and fro, and she seems somewhat popular with the patrons here. Here and there's a silver piece added in. Keep track of this. And then here, a couple of copper pieces, like 5. 1 gold piece from here and there. Maybe if there's a goblin showing up, or Esme is here and she likes you guys. She gives you a little reimbursement on your stuff. So through all of this, you get those that coinage.
So
helping
Zerda
out.
can't count.
It's just tossed in there at least. I just meant like
Yeah,
Jamie the
it's-
player to keep track
It's
of. Unless
in the jar.
okay, it's clangling around and
Yeah.
I heard 6 gold,
all right,
and then some copper and some silver.
Yeah.
okay, you succeed there. And then over time, as Ormano has had enough to contemplate the ring with the new information that
I
Cadence
guess
has
I'll
given them.
attune to it.
Yeah, and Salty comes up to you, Ormano, as you've finished your contemplation. Zerda's running all over the place.
Hey there, man. I put on this
Hey,
ring.
nice ring.
Thanks.
I wouldn't picture you as a ring kind of guy.
Yeah. I'm just more comfortable with having one on this finger here. So it's been a while since I've.
Oh,
Got that.
the left one.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been married before?
Yeah. It brings back memories. It's been some time. But you would have liked her. She was pretty spunky like yourself.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for the compliment, mate.
Yes. Yeah.
While I'm talking, I just want to kind of casually, just kind of glance around, see if I recognize anyone in the crowd, because like this is most of the town here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just recognize someone that's like I haven't seen before, but I recognize.
Okay, give me a good old perception.
All right, as I just hit my mic.
And
That's good
Braxton,
audio.
for everything else that you told me, like the spells and stuff, is the same for those, right?
Correct.
Gotcha.
So you can write this down. I was going to put them in, but that messes with stuff on
Yeah, I
the
just
fifth, so
added
leave
it
that up to
into
you.
the notes section of it.
And again, we use those spells, they are gone.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your
22.
perception check? 22. Wait, what?
Yes, a 22. I got a 18 plus 4.
Okay, well, I mean, you look around, you see Esme being served, the little goblin apothecary being served by Zerda. They chat up a bit. And the general store, Douglas,
Yep.
he's there, but you don't see amongst the crowd, and there's like a decent amount of people here, so much so that there's a line out the door as they're trying to bring in new tables. Charlotte goes in her door, out the door brings tables, and they're trying to seat them everywhere that they can. Mm-hmm. But you don't see anybody that you don't recognize. Seems like everybody in the town.
All right.
I'm gonna run up to Salty and Ormano.
Sailors are still there, though?
The sailors are not there.
Okay. Oh, hello. You're doing a good
Hey,
job out there
looking good.
serving
Hello, gentlemen.
drinks.
How may I serve you tonight?
Oh.
What you got on the tap, huh?
Alcohol.
I'll take one
That's
of them.
great. We'll take one of them, two of them.
Yeah.
Great. Do you want what we had the other night?
No.
Yeah. Oh,
I
no.
don't.
I'm gonna take a number 2.
We
That's
have
whatever.
a lovely rosé. We
You
don't
know-
have a rosé.
I'll take a regular.
Okay.
I'll just take an ale.
Okay, good. I hold out my hand.
Are we paying you or are we paying the?
She has been
You're
getting.
paying
She's now
fish.
conditioned.
Man,
Fish gives the money to James.
Okay, how much? Fish?
You guys would remember from last night, at least.
Yeah, but I'm asking
that-
fish.
I will
okay.
pick up Fish and I will look at Fish asking how much.
You hear for Salty, 2 squeaks, and for Amano, 1 squeak.
Oh, what the hell?
I'll hand. I understood that. Hand 2 copper.
Didn't expect that.
I'll toss a copper to Fish.
Cool. Fish happily
No-
squeaks and puts them
no
in.
tip.
And you look inside the jar, and everything is organized like in coin wrappers, basically. They're just all
Yeah,
the gold pieces that she's gotten as
fucking
tips, all the copper pieces, and like stacks of 10. Everything's perfect in there.
He loves arranging by color. You should see the inside of my backpack. It is pristine.
Hey, let him in Ormano's. Probably could organize that pretty well.
Could be handy, yeah. Did not expect Fish to be this talented and helpful.
Why not?
I
He's
still-
wonderful. I will be
I'm-
back with your drinks,
I s-
gentlemen.
yeah,
Please
appreciate
enjoy
it.
the snacks table and music.
Thanks. She's doing.
I sprint away.
Well, she's doing a good job, Salty.
Well, between you and me, I think it's Fish doing all the work. But
Yeah.
I still don't like that. I still don't like that rat. Rats are.
No, I mean, it's weird, but it's some strange amount that's able to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
You
You did good. Thanks for not killing the sailor guys.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
hear a bit of the music start to bleed in. The piano sounds a bit hollow, like it's not all there, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm supposed to be playing piano here in a minute.
Oh, you play?
I dabble. You pick up some tools of the trade when you're traveling around. I'm sure you can agree with that.
Not specifically those tools, but yeah, I've picked up some.
Sometimes you get a little desperate for some cash, so I gotta pick up what I can.
Yeah, I understand that too well.
Yeah.
Well, still haven't found. Major and Minor aren't here, right? I didn't see them.
You guys would have seen Major coming in around. It's so busy that nobody has
okay.
met eyes, but with
Gotcha.
your perception check, you would have seen her. You haven't seen Minor, though.
I'll wave. I'll wave at Major to come over.
As you do that, I don't know if he catches her eye. I'm just gonna kind of lean in.
By the way, Charisse hasn't seen Tintin or Rock anywhere.
Oh, good. Very good. Oh, well, a statue was still there, though. Statue's still outside. Being a good bouncer. Yeah, I'm concerned, to say the least.
Concerned about what?
Oh,
Hey, Major.
pleasure to see
Stand
you again.
up. Kind of just give a half-hearted salute. Sit back down.
And I'll stay seated.
yeah.
Here are your drinks, gentlemen.
Oh, you're
no,
drinking
thank you.
already.
Thank you very much.
Of
Nice.
course. What, you can't have a night of music without some drink? Oh, this won't do anything to me.
I
Don't
just
worry.
got here.
Welcome.
Can I buy
How
you
may I
one?
serve you?
I guess it's on Salty here.
It's on me, Zerda. Don't worry about it.
Great.
Get
I
her,
hold out my hand.
I'll get her what I'm having. So 2 more copper for Fish.
I hand them to Fish.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah.
Please enjoy the snacks table and live music.
Thank you,
Very
Zerda.
good.
I sprint away.
So, yeah, take a seat. Why don't you just sit with us?
Well, we do have our names on the table out there.
This
do
is
we?
true, Salty. Yeah.
I figured we'd sit there whenever it's time, but we're kind of the guests of honor for this celebration, I guess. I don't know what we're celebrating, but it's nice to have a chat and music.
Sure, yeah, sure. Yeah, we could just have a talk for the
It's not starting.
the
That's fine.
formalities, yeah. Just as people instead of as
She grabs a seat.
yeah, so been thinking, haven't seen Minor around in a little bit.
Right, we got into a bit of a fight after the actual fight itself, and he said he had some business to attend to, not to worry about him. That's about all we had heard from him. I don't know, he has his little adventures. I love him, but he's still young.
Yeah.
Real quick, good to know that he's safe. He's not like out scampering in dangerous places. Oh, he might be, I don't know. I'm not his mom. You are. What's have you seen Tintin or Rock around anywhere?
No, I don't think so. I probably would have if they were running around. Tintin's shorter than most people around here, and smarter too. But
All right.
Rock, I think I saw him heading eastward a bit. But that's about it. But that is
So
where his
heading
shop
east.
is, so
Oh, like in town.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
should be at his shop.
Sure. Yeah. Should be.
Sure,
we
yeah.
probably just missed him.
Yeah, probably.
Something up?
No.
We just went to go buy something. He wasn't there. Probably getting ready for the festivities.
Guys, give me a persuasion or deception.
This is definitely
We're
deception.
deceiving.
I'd say this. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
we are. This is deception.
Ooh, baby.
Hey, what'd you get, man?
Deception, that is a 22.
Wow, I got a 14.
Okay, well, I'm the mayor of the town, so I prefer to know what's going on, but I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah, of
Thanks for telling me.
course. Open book over here.
I know the dinner is for, at least originally, for us to have a chat, this kind of chat. We might not get that when the show starts, I suppose.
Yeah, I was
so.
expecting to be pretty small amounts of people, but
I
I
guess
guess
now's
once
the
James
moment.
hereabouts it kind of gets scared away.
Yeah. I mean, now's the moment if you want to have a chit chat before everything starts. They're tuning the instruments, or at least cadences right now. Lovely girl, by the
Yeah,
way.
she's great. Yeah.
Seems nice. Wait, Zerda. Wave at Zerda.
What do you want? I'm very busy.
Can you go on like a 10-minute break or something real quick?
I hand Major her drink, and I
Thank
say,
Just real quick, I have to take a number 6 to table 3 and a number 12 to table 6.
Damn.
Sure.
Wow.
Sure.
James should hire her. You sure you
Yeah.
need her for
I-
your adventures?
I just walk over and I take one cup from one table to another, and I walk back. Okay, I'm done.
Maybe she shouldn't.
Yeah, no. That's about what I thought. Yeah, we're gonna have a talk.
About-
Okay, let me go turn in my jar.
I
Yes, go.
pry fish from the jar.
Oh god.
Fish like is holding a coin, and then you like shake him a little bit, and it plinks down in the wrong spot, and he squeaks because it's in the wrong spot.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. I go and hand the jar to James, and I say,
I'm taking my 10.
This is. You shouldn't have made this much. But I'm not asking questions. I'll give you your cut after.
Okay, I'll be back later.
I walk away facing him.
Oh god.
Finishes his wave and then starts it again.
I don't break eye contact until somebody walks in front of me, and then I'm gone.
Give me a stealth check.
Just big, massive, unblinking eyes.
Yeah,
They are scary.
literally so good. 21.
You're gone, and he's like, huh? And he's like, you can see it. He put his hand on his head from wherever you're looking right now. He can't even find your thought right now.
Yeah, it's because there's nothing in here.
Funny.
You return. Welcome back. So,
Hello.
Great job, Zerda.
Thank
I
you.
mean, was there anything in particular you wanted to chat about? Maybe the layout of the land beyond Waymore?
Yeah, I think we
You
need
might
to prepare
encounter.
for that.
Yeah, it would be handy.
And, you know, we kind of got off on the wrong foot, to say the least.
Yeah.
Pointedly kind of look at Ormano.
I feel as if you don't respect me as an equal.
Oh, all right, well, you are getting into it.
I do now, after the fight we had, but that was definitely a true statement, Zerda. Those eyes are sharp.
Yeah, you left me some new scars. Thank you for that.
Hey, they make you seem a bit more intimidating in battle, so maybe it will help you.
Oh yeah, no, that was not sarcasm. That was a real thank you. Even though what I just said sounded like sarcasm as well, but no. Yeah, you run a tight ship here. Seems like. Even when you're not here, your people seem to be good, and I know you kind of have to do what you have to do to keep things in line, be that good or bad from outsiders' perspective. But enough about that for right now, at least, until I get more drinks in me. I think we need to talk about our destination, our travel, our way.
Yes, I would like to know some things.
Yeah, when are we headed out?
She gives Ormano a look for a moment. It seems a bit regretful. I mean, we can leave at any moment. We'll probably stay for the dinner at least. Most of the crew that was with me last time used themselves to let me escape.
Didn't we have to wait for like something to open for us to get through? Or?
We do, but Bardish had a chat with me and mentioned some crazy idea that he had, so we could test that out.
We're taking that idea.
I mean, I don't know much about magic. If he can do that, might as well try it. And if we get there, by the time we're there, if things go well, we'll only have to wait for about a few days.
And if they don't?
We might get there when it's open or miss it. Things are kind of crazy on the way. Don't really know what to expect.
I mean,
usually it's about an hour, but with the dawning and the nights being unpredictable, it's a bit difficult. There's one thing I know consistently, when we get there, there's some massive meat that pokes through whenever the gate opens and tries to steal people and bring them in. It's kind of ironic, really. They want to go inside, but they eventually just get added to this thing's hulking mass of dead flesh.
Sounds awful.
Sounds like a fucked up slumber party.
Yeah. I'd say so.
It's easy enough to chop off its tentacles if you can hit them, but don't get grabbed.
Yeah.
I love chopping off tentacles. I hold up the leg that I ripped off of that thing.
That's the make of the coalition. Where did you get that?
I found it
Tintin.
attached to a thing that I ripped apart.
Tintin.
Yeah, the Rock and them, they make these things.
Yeah, they're from down there.
Yeah.
Right, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
This Rock probably would still kind of dabble in whatever he did down there before. Okay.
He's really smart.
He is, but Tintin, she'll surprise you a bit more.
Well, yeah.
But outside of the entrance to the Event Horizon, I mean, there have been Chimera along the way, random packs of things that aren't Chimera. Wolves are easy enough to take down. We don't have any carriages, so it would be on foot.
That's fine with me.
Sure. I'm used to that.
But, Ormano, I do need to apologize. I know it doesn't stand for what happened, but I do operate that way. What happened, but I've lost too many people, and again, the irony of it is that I don't see the value in losing others unless they're right in front of my face. Not much of an apology, just an acknowledgement of what happened.
At Ormano.
Yeah, what's up, Salty?
It's okay. You don't have to.
No.
I wasn't seeking an apology. Just
No, Salty and I talked a little bit a while ago. And he's right.
I'll look at Salty.
He's right. I shouldn't have killed Terrence. Granted, even I don't fully know my strength sometimes. I shouldn't have even tried to do what I did. Just like you, I was trying to make a point, I guess.
Well, I guess no need to rub salt in the wound anymore, so to speak. Salty. Sorry, I'm sure you get that a lot.
Actually, first time. Thank you.
I'm surprised at that. Well, glad it was me.
I do not hang around a clever bunch.
I would try to argue that, but you guys are brawny for the most part, and your wielding of magic as well is impressive. But I can't say much
they call
about
me the quicker picker-upper.
like Swiffer. Sorry,
Oh.
what? Huh?
Yes.
That was me
No,
confusing those.
Nose starts bleeding.
Yeah.
But I do think now I haven't spoken to the party about this, and this is just my own thoughts. I don't think you should step down as mayor after you take us.
I think you should change how you operate, maybe.
I think maybe you should just make sure that your own feelings don't get in the way of how you govern.
She goes right to the point, doesn't she?
She really does, yes. It's quite alarming.
Well, you were at the gravesite before of my friend Cedric Dunbar.
Yeah, we buried him.
Called
Yeah, I sang to them.
Yeah, they were the King Sentinels, those three. In particular, Cedric Dunbar and Calder, the one that the king sent to quell whatever was causing this, and they failed. I was the one who saw them to Acheron. I wasn't strong enough to go with them, so I came back to Waymore, came with my post, used it as an excuse. So it's a bit of a regret on my part. So it's kind of jaded my perception a bit, and I don't have the best anger management. Minor would tell you that. But that's the long and short of it.
And that's why he's not here.
Do you usually bury them? The ones that died?
Yeah, I don't have their remains. Ironically enough, here again, that's the night of irony.
I just meant that you weren't there when we buried Terrence.
No, I wasn't. Again, apology can't really make up for it, but I understand.
Well, you should still go see him.
I will.
His feelings are probably hurt.
He needs a weapon on his grave, like the others.
You can still be sad when you're sleeping.
I'll go. I'll go see him. Maybe it can mark the start of a bit of change around here. I know my citizens are usually happy, but they're not the guard. You've probably met Charisse a bit. Strange
I love
one.
Charisse.
Very good man.
He's wonderful.
Should promote him.
Yeah, he puts up with me a lot.
He's already the captain of the guard. What more do you want?
The
make him
sergeant
general.
captain.
Ormana,
Captain
sorry
General.
to interrupt. Ormana, it seems like
Oh
you
shit!
need
They
it on
call
the
me.
stage.
Oh, yeah.
You see Cadence just kind of making no noise, just waving at you, though the music has stopped, so everybody's looking at her.
I was wondering
Yeah.
why the music stopped. I was getting a little awkward in here. Yeah. I'll wish me luck, everybody.
Oh,
Should we
Yep,
go to the
good.
table?
Yay.
Yeah, sure. I am as ready as I will ever be.
Salty, is my 10 up?
I think I don't have a watch, but
I don't
would
know what
assume
10
so.
is.
10 minutes.
It seems like people are starting to calm down now. Everybody's waiting because Cadence is doing something on stage, is what they're expecting her to do.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go to the seats, you find your names, you get over there.
I
And
did.
Ormano, how do you get on stage?
I mean, is there, so it's like built like a normal stage? It's
Yeah,
raised
it's
up.
about waist height up. I mean, there's stairs on the side.
I'll just
whatever you wanna
climb,
do.
not up the stairs, or like straight up, bumbling with my crate and my box.
Chattering in the crowd's like, oh, what is he doing? I don't know.
No, once I get up there, I'll take off the box
Woo!
and set it
Take
down.
off the box, calm down.
He
I
puts
didn't
it down
know
and
it
he
was that
uses it
kind
as
of
the seat for the
show.
piano. Well, that'd probably be
If they do they have a they have
Yeah,
a
there's
seat?
there's a seat there.
Okay, I'll set it next to me and crack my knuckles, sit down.
Give me a performance check.
Cadence,
The
I'm a
best-
little,
it better
like I
be
said,
the
I'm a little
best
rusty,
one.
but I'll try.
I'm
Best one of your
scared.
life, Romano.
I'm scared.
This is the important role.
Okay. It's not. It's close. It was close. Where's my performance? There it is. 22.
What the hell?
Roll the 19. Roll the 19.
That guidance, though.
Oh, I should have done that. Yeah.
Cadence counts 3, 2, 1, and the music began. And you hear, kind of peeking out through the music itself, magical xylophones hitting on to the, I guess the little pucks on the xylophone themselves. There's a bass in the background being plucked by the air, it seems, with the bow going back and forth. And Ormano playing the piano really well.
What's up, everybody?
No mention of song. He's just going in there, improvising. Thank you, everybody, for coming here. I know it's a bit odd, I'm speaking and playing music at the same time, but we've got a guest musician here. Was not at all expecting him to be this skilled, but please enjoy
I'm all right.
this. And as the music continues throughout the night, at least for this first song, that is where we'll end our session.
I didn't know the boy had it in him.
I'm a man of many
Good
talents,
sesh.
Salty.
Mysteries.
Yeah.
Mysteries. Scratching my stubble, thinking of mystery.
And again, for
Zerda's
you,
a good barmaid.
okay,
Yeah.
my brain needs to think here. We're still on the podcast. Hello, people who are listening.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Close it out.
If you want to see more of what we do, clips of episodes you might have missed, so you don't have to jump into the entire thing, at Dungeon Crawl Pod is where I usually put clips of the episodes themselves for you to get a little taste. Instagram as well, where we post kind of, live hot pictures of us about to start the sessions.
pictures.
Ryan posted one earlier.
Steamy,
It was
steamy
great.
pictures.
Give that a check. If you want to chat with us or talk about something we're doing on our other podcast, The Dungeon Crawl, an informative D&D podcast where we help you be a better DM,
You did
better
hear about
player.
that already on the, in the
You
mid-roll.
did. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe you came back. Yeah, the mid-roll already happened. So give that a check
I feel
out.
like-
Yeah.
Kenneth never plugs anything. Kenneth, is there anything you want to plug?
Ooh,
Hold on.
what do I want? What?
Hold on. The Dungeon
Holding.
Crawl is making its
jumping in
road
front of
to
him, yeah.
100.
It is.
So if you want to ask us,
Right.
or maybe even Salty, Zerda, or the players themselves, Kenneth and Jamie, questions, shoot those at any form, whether it's social media or it's email, thedungeoncrawlpod@gmail.com, or our Discord in the link tree below. Toss them our way. For episode 100, we're going to do a Q&A. Should be very exciting. And that's all I
Hell
got
yeah.
from here, if you guys want to take it away.
Nice. Yeah, man. I've been. I'm gonna plug two things. First off, go play. WoW: The Burning Crusade. That just
I'm sure they
should have
did.
been
Like,
out
they
for a
need
couple of days.
They
now.
don't need a plug.
All right. All
Out
right.
of anybody who could get a plug, they don't need a plug.
All right. Okay. Yeah. To be fair, yes. There's a all my Kickstarters are done. Go to DM's Guild. They got some. There's a new shaman class on there that looks pretty solid. Having like air spirits,
Full
and,
caster?
It's a full caster. Wisdom, all that good stuff. That's all. I'll plug. Can I plug another podcast?
Ooh,
Maybe.
It's
Maybe not,
on a
you know.
live play. It's on a live play.
Tread carefully.
I'll let Ryan be the judge of that. He's better on advertising and stuff like
go
that.
for it.
Okay.
We are getting close to end
Hashtag
time
not
here.
sponsored yet.
Not sponsored. I've been listening lately to a podcast called Three Black Halflings. It talks about like being a person of color in like pop culture and tabletop role playing, stratosphere media. So go give that a check out. They're cool guys, people. So
And
they're
with-
cool halflings.
Oh yeah.
And with that,
I mean,
we'll come to a close. If you're watching us anywhere else, then please tune in next week for the next episode of the Dungeon Chronicles.